And we're going to bring a little laughter today and this morning, because that is what needs to happen during these incredibly trying, difficult times. It is paramount that we connect and that we work together and we continue to spread the message and rise up during this pandemic. We're still in this pandemic. And so I know how difficult and troubling and trying this has been for the clients we serve, for the clients our nonprofit partner agencies serve. I know how worried our partner agencies are. I know that the need has increased even more than we could have imagined due to this pandemic. And I know that we can, as a community, overcome this and get through this, and we will. And that is why our team here at United Way decided United We Rise was an appropriate campaign theme this year, because we really do need to rise up. And that's what we shall do. So this is the one. I don't know if anyone has their shirts on. There we go. We got some folks here. Oh, yay! Dr. Dan, hello. Fabulous. So he snuck into the building. I didn't even know the door was shut. So before I go too long into that, I want to make sure our co-chairs get a chance to share their message. So Dr. Dan is here, but luckily for us, Louie and Dan got together and videotaped a message for you, because Louie's schedule changed last minute. So they got together earlier this week. We want to share that message with you all. They are both what I would call community change agent philanthropist champions. So grateful to have Dr. Dan Francis and Louie Gentine co-chairing our campaign this year. It has been wonderful to work with them, wise beyond their years, and let's take a listen to what they had to say.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our first ever virtual Day of Caring event kickoff. My name is Louie Gentine, CEO of Sargento Foods.
I'm Dr. Dan Francis.
We'd like to welcome you all here, although it's definitely different than what we had envisioned earlier this year as we were preparing for the Day of Caring event, but it is great nonetheless that we all are still here, even though we are virtual. It's fantastic to see the different groups and organizations going out into our communities to do work for those communities and those areas in need. We all have a stake in creating a healthy and prosperous community, but it really takes the support of everybody in order to do that. And that's what's so great about this Day of Caring event, is it's bringing people together to help make a difference in our communities. In addition, an investment in the United Way isn't just a short-term investment. The programs and the initiatives that the United Way puts forth every year really are focused on the long term to try and help get at the root cause of some of our most dire issues facing our county.
The Day of Caring could also be called the Day of Sharing of your gifts and talents. Our partner agencies can't be successful without the volunteerism that exists throughout this county. It is so important to have your vital talents being shared with all these organizations. It's what makes this model work. And we challenge you throughout the year to make that what is contagious in this county. And that's adding people to the volunteer roles and finding the passions within the different organizations that exist that you can impact other people's lives.
Giving to the United Way Community Action Fund is a very efficient and powerful way for you to make a difference. It's also the best way for the United Way to leverage their donor dollars strategically and allows charities to make the most of their dollars work in the most efficient manner. So we want to thank you again for taking this opportunity to help out those in need and help build a stronger community. The initiatives and programs that the United Way is supporting and the nonprofit organizations that they in turn support do truly make a difference. So your investment in the United Way is an investment in a strong community.
Somebody asked me the other day, why should I donate to United Way? And I said, because it's like a charitable mutual fund. You can make one donation and you get to donate and participate in over 40 programs through a multitude of different partner agencies. And with that, you get diversity. You get investments in education, you get investments in healthcare, you get investments in personal finance, and you really bolster the whole community, because we're as strong as our weakest link. As you build up the strength of your neighbor, we build up the whole community. It's a very efficient way to be involved in a charitable contribution.
So have a great day today and go out and make a difference.
Let's live united.
Live united.
This is where, yeah, if we were together, thank you, Matt. This is where we all clap. Love that. Dr. Dan, do you have anything else you want to shout from the corner now that so he's going to make some visits today with Emily, I believe, and I will be out there too, and we're going to talk a little bit more about what else we're doing today. Anything else?
It's just, I think right now it's the time that we all bond together and share all the gifts we have with each other. It's just really vital. There's a lot of people who are really hurting. And I think as an agency, as a United Way, we should be really proud about who we are. And this shows the need, especially with how we responded last year. It shows the need for our ability to help stabilize these partner agencies. So our presence helps them stay more stable. And frankly, like I said in the thing, this doesn't work if we don't have volunteers. The whole thing collapses. So that's what we want to be contagious. Spread that word, find someone, random act of kindness. That's what's going to save this.
Yes. And to your point, Dr. Dan, it just was incredible the way in which this agency, because of all of your support in these boxes and beyond, was able to respond rapidly to COVID-19 and what that looked like, and convening not only a Sheboygan County COVID Relief Fund, where we raised, with the partnership of Sheboygan Service Club, over $285,000 rapidly, disseminating quickly to the highest needs in the community, in addition to the work we do. And convening the COVID-19 Nonprofit Response Network, where we had anywhere from 20 to 50 nonprofits joining us weekly to figure out what can we do and how can we do this together, smarter, better, and really serve those in need. So thank you so much, Dan and Louie. That was just a wonderful message. Next, we're going to move along, and we are going to watch the campaign video. So some of you have seen this. We decided to launch it a little early. It's been all over the internet. It's all the rage. And I promise this morning you will hear from more than Louie and myself. But here we are, and a special thanks and shout out to Emily, who was really significant in the creation of this video, writing the script, doing a lot of the video editing, all of it. So thanks, Emily. Let's take a look. What would it be like to see through the eyes of another?
To listen with the ears of another.
To feel with the heart of another.
There may be more to their story than you know. We often don't see the tough choices others are having to make and the struggles they are facing.
Imagine losing your job unexpectedly and having to weigh the consequences of which bills you are going to pay this month and deciding which ones you can't afford.
Finding out your child will never be like all the other kids in his class.
Not knowing how to take care of your significant other after years of them always putting you first.
Searching for a place for your family to live when it feels like you have no other options.
Not knowing where you are going to get your next meal.
Struggling to find the best way to get your child the mental health services they so desperately need.
Being on pins and needles in your own home, always worrying about when your abuser is going to lash out next.
Growing up in a home where you feel ignored and unloved.
Often, we do not know the challenges others are facing and the burdens they bear.
The brave face they may be putting on, or the frustration that may be bubbling up, or the days they are in as they attempt to process their own situation.
How would putting yourself in someone else's shoes change your perspective? Many in our community were in difficult situations and making tough choices before the pandemic hit. The number of those struggling has only increased.
United Way of Sheboygan County has been here for our neighbors in need for many years and will continue to be here for many more to come.
Because we are more than fundraisers. We are the hand raisers.
The game changers, the stop talking, start doing, band together and take on the impossible taskmasters.
As a community united, we can accomplish so much more than we can alone.
Because we all rise by lifting others.
We unite for Cyrus. We unite for our hometown children from cradle to career.
We unite for Aiden. We unite to ignite the potential of everyone in our community.
We unite for Diana. We unite for the well-being of our most vulnerable neighbors.
We unite for Braden. We unite for those who need a voice and those we do not know.
We unite for our community's biggest and most complex problems.
Our community will continue to thrive and grow when everyone in Sheboygan County has the building blocks of a successful life.
Quality education, good health, and financial stability. Now is the time to rise up, unite as a community, and make a big difference in the lives of many.
Join us. Your contribution makes all the difference. United, we rise.
United, we rise. Thanks everyone for being here. That video gets me every time. Loving all the comments in the chat box. If you have colleagues that were not able to be here, know that our video is available on our website and on our YouTube channel, as well as we are recording this event. So we're going to spread the word. It's, again, a nice short program, but hopefully powerful. And speaking of powerful, the partner agencies that we have the privilege of working with and supporting and investing our community action dollars in because of a really amazing process that our community action team goes through, which again is representative of our entire community, which is what makes United Way incredible. So speaking of that powerful impact, we have two impact stories to share with you today. Special guests are Lisa Stephan with Sheboygan County Interfaith Organization and Amanda Didier with Lakeshore Child Advocacy Center. They are, again, two partner agencies whose programs of our dollars from the Community Action Fund are invested in and making an incredible difference in our community. So I am gonna invite Amanda to share her impact story with you all. There she is, yay. I didn't see you in the box before, so I was like, I hope she's here.
I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
We can.
Okay, great. So how long do I have?
You can, you have a couple minutes. You have.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do a little wave or yeah. I think we're pretty good on time, so that's good.
Great. So thank you to everybody for joining us this morning, and thank you to United Way for everything you do to support all the nonprofits, not just Lakeshore. So I am with Lakeshore Child Advocacy Center, which helps families affected by abuse, family violence, and neglect. And the way we do that is we bring together teams of investigators and families and advocates at our center and really try to help the family in a way that wraps around them and supports them and lifts them up. So the story I wanted to share today is about a young lady that I'll call Anne-Marie. And Anne-Marie is somebody who was referred to us because she had, at the tender age of 15, had fallen into very hard times. She was running away from a home where she lived with a relative that didn't really care about her. She had started using drugs as young as 12 and by now, the time we had met her, she was abusing methamphetamines. And she had begun to hang out with some obviously very unsavory individuals and had fallen into trafficking. So people had taken advantage of her and saw that she was somebody who was vulnerable, and she ended up being trafficked not only in Sheboygan, but in neighboring counties as well. She was used and sexually abused and was forced into a life that she did not choose in so many ways, and saw no light in the darkness, really. And it was at this point that she interacted with law enforcement, and law enforcement saw her as a victim and not as a suspect. And we're lucky that we have such strong partners in law enforcement that they referred her to Human Services, one of our other partners, who referred her to us. So what happened was she got to come to our center with help from law enforcement and Human Services, and we were able to sit her down in a room and listen to her whole story and listen to what she's experienced. And maybe for the first time in Amory's life, people were just there for her to listen and to hear what she had to say, and to hear about losing her mother at a young age, to learn about how her father was in prison for the death of her mother, to learn how she was living with a grandparent that didn't care for her, and to learn that that's why she left, why she ran away, why she pursued what she did pursue, and was able to really get that off her chest with us. And because of what she shared, the team, the investigators, were able to move in to keep her safe. The advocates that came to our center from Safe Harbor, one of our other partners, and our advocate on staff were able to support her during and after her forensic interview. And I think one of the most moving points with her is after her interview and her medical exam that was done on site with one of our child abuse pediatricians, she went to an area where we have takeaway items for children and teens. And we have, like stuffed animals, and we have some people donate makeup kits, like from makeup subscriptions, which I think are really nice for teens, maybe because I like makeup. And we have all these different kinds of items. So we walked her over there and said, you can pick something to take home. And she picked a quilt. We're lucky to have partners that donate quilts to us, handmade quilts. And then I had pointed out the makeup and said, we have these really great kits if you want one. And she looked past the makeup and she looked down and saw the stuffed hippo and said, is that a hippo? And I said, well, yeah. And she said, can I have it? And I said, yeah. And she reached down and picked up this stuffed hippo and just clutched it. And all I could think is people have this idea of what trafficking is and what victims of trafficking look like. And they're children. They're children. She is 15. You might see her and think she's an adult. She is a child. And she is a child that is safer today because of the support from all of you, because of the support from United Way of Sheboygan County, and because we're in a community who cares about what happens from cradle to career. I mean, you couldn't have said it better in the video yourself. We care about Amory and what happens to her long term. And we get to do that work because of your support. So I cannot stress enough that the need is greater now than ever, as you've said already, Kate. Just this week we had a kid run out of a home during a physical abuse situation, flag down a FedEx driver and ask him to call 911. We've seen more children since the beginning of March than we have ever. We're setting records every month. And it is so important that these children make their way to us, and they're able to do that because of you. So thank you for being that light, because it is so important to us that children can find that light in the darkness. So thank you.
Thank you for your work. And it's because of all of us, again, it coming together, and that it's incredible. I'm so glad that the Lakeshore Child Advocacy Center is here. And I'm so glad we're able to invest as a community into it and understand the value. Lisa is also here with us to give a little share on the impacts that connecting with United Way. And is Lisa here somewhere? There she is.
I am. Thank you so much. And not fair that I have to follow Amanda. I'm all in the fields.
You're good. You do amazing work, Lisa, over at Sheboygan County Interfaith Organization.
Okay, well, thank you for having me. I actually have a prepared reflection. So one of our programs is Bridgeway, and it's a transitional living program for homeless moms with kids. And one of our moms was doing some work with our case manager and provided a reflection on what Bridgeway meant to her. So this is mom's words of what Bridgeway means. Before Bridgeway, I felt I was living a life on a minefield. It seemed every few steps we got ahead, I would come across something that would send us 5 steps back. I had tried to stabilize myself for years, mentally and financially, after escaping an abusive relationship. I am a single mother of 4 children. I previously lost both of my parents, then lost the home that we had lived in due to a bad rent-to-own contract. My landlord decided to move and sell his property, my home. I was given 2 weeks to find a place for my 4 kids and myself. I had 8 years of life in that home. I worked full-time hours and had tried to reach out to rental offices during my downtime. No apartments were available as immediately as I needed one, and nothing large enough to accommodate my size family. I reached out to Bridgeway and sobbed as I told some of my story. I felt that after all the years I tried to catch up and normalize my life, I was finally seeing some safe ground. I was met by strangers who quickly turned into an amazing family. Support was given to find counseling for myself and children after so many doors in the mental health area seemed to slam shut before Bridgeway. I saw how supportive the community is to Bridgeway and how they love this special home as I do. Bridgeway truly means so much to me. They helped me find safety and security after the battle I had tried to quietly endure on my own. I don't startle at the sound of a knock at the door or the sound of footsteps bounding through the halls. It's usually the sound of kids running playfully through the house, something that was rare in our home before. My kids definitely know they are safe here. They are free to play, learn, grow, and trust the adults in their home. Bridgeway is helping me find a path to safer ground, stable ground, better preparing me for life ahead. So that's an account. Those are the moms that we work with day in and day out. And again, we couldn't do the work without you. So we're so very, very grateful. Thank you for everything that you're doing.
Thank you, Lisa, for taking the time to share that. It's amazing. I think in the chat box, Daryl just commented, it's amazing how caring individuals can change the trajectory of a person's life. And that's what you are all here in this, on these boxes today, these caring individuals coming together, and it's quite incredible, all the feels. So thank you so much, Lisa. We are now, it's time is like creeping up. At first it was moving slow, now it's moving fast, which is very reflective of 2020 in general. Time stands still, and then where did those 5 months go? So we are gonna join the movement. Again, I just wanna say that last year we had 133 companies run a workplace campaign. 107 of those companies gave a corporate gift or corporate match. We had 73 businesses give in-kind donations, and 15 companies ran special workplace events, in addition to countless individuals donating. If that doesn't say that we can all come together to rise up, I don't know what does. So I'm hoping we can increase those numbers. I invite you all to spread the message. I'm going to pass it off quickly. We don't have really too much. I know we'll be a little bit over time, but to the kindest person in our office, which is Caitlin. If anyone knows Caitlin, she gets the award for the kindest person. So Caitlin, tell us about our Acts of Kindness Challenge and the Mascots, and I can't wait share.
Yeah, so like you said, Kate, we'll keep this brief because we know it is 8:30, but if you can hold tight, we do have our acts of kindness going on. There's still time to participate. So if you don't know already, the Acts of Kindness Challenge is a great way to participate in our Day of Caring because not everybody can get out. We do have 11 sites open, right, that are going to be kicking off once we get off of here, volunteering in person. But there's so many different ways that you can give back. And one way is to do that is by sharing a kindness with someone that you might know, someone that you might not know. We've already got over 100 people who have, over 100 acts of kindness submitted already. So it's very exciting to see what you guys are doing. There's a whole list here, but I know we're short on time here. So there's still time. That's really all I wanted to share, is that there's still time to spread some joy with people you know, or maybe that you don't know. So there's lots of different ways you can do that. This list is a nice little handy dandy idea list, but if you come up with your own, we'd love to hear what you were able to accomplish and share some kindness throughout. So one way that we wanted to showcase some examples was actually to have our business champion mascots perform some acts of kindness for you. So you might have already seen some of them on our social media, but just in case you haven't yet, we wanted to go ahead and share what they were able to do and spread a little joy. Let's go ahead and start this video for you.
The sound isn't working for me, but it's still really lovely.
Is everybody else hearing the little music or not really? No?
Oh, good. It's not just me. No, I wish it was just me.
She had some really cute music going on here as we are sharing all the different kinds. So you can see putting a little book in a free library that can just see outside the YMCA, ball rack, in their like kind of demo kitchen. Shout out to Todd. He helped us out with this video, kind of serving some breakfast for someone that you might know. Lots of different ways that you can give back. So thank you so much to Mascots for having so much fun. Now, it would not be Day of Caring without our traditional mascot race. So I wish that you could hear now. They are dancing, they're having fun with the mascots that were able to participate in our race. We had so much fun filming it. Look, we got a new mascot. That's Mascots. So we are so excited that they were able to come out, do a little dancing with us, and race. Let's see if I can get the music going. And it was hard to tell, but there's Rockline. But Moxie was the winner of our mascot race this year. So Kate has got the trophy in her office right now. So Moxie and Kohler Company, we are so excited. We'll get your name on that trophy and we'll pass it over to you guys. So that way you guys can hold the trophy for this year until next year. So shout out to our mascots. Shout out.
Woo!
So much fun kicking off our campaign today.
I don't want to give this up. It's lovely. No, congratulations. That was close. And the fact that we have a new mascot, just like my heart is soaring. Thank you for being the leader in our kindness element, Caitlin. It's amazing. And we're now I'm gonna invite Jerry Jerry Jones is our board president this year. Remarkable person and darling friend of mine, and here he is to kind of help us determine the winners, right? Emily, you're going to help out with that. So I'm going to pass it off. Jerry,
Right.
and then you can say some closing words too.
Yeah, I know we're running long on time, so I just want to thank everyone for taking time out of their morning. Gratefully, today it's raining, so we don't feel too badly about not being outside, although we wish we still were. We're a little warmer inside today, but I believe we have a spin the wheel for someone to win cash prize today. Emily, I believe she's going to be sharing her screen. There it is. Wow. Great presentation. We tap to spin, and then the winning person will get a cash prize. I'm not sure what that is, but they'll let you know. This is amazing, although it feels like it's kind of putting us all in a trance. Megan Mervin, congratulations. Megan, hopefully she's on today. Is she on the call today?
Megan.
Yes, she
She's
is. She says
here.
I'm here. There she is. Congratulations. Emily, you're taking over. I think Emily's there.
So the first two amounts, Caitlin, right? We were going to start with the,
So the first,
yes, or Emily, thank you.
yeah,
Oh.
there's two $100 winners. So Megan and Johanna, if she's on the call right now, are both $100 winners, and our next winner will be a $50 winner.
Congratulations to the both of you. And one more for $50. Great.
The trance of a wheel, Jerry. You're right.
It's like Pat Sajak on steroids here. Jennifer Krugel. Congratulations, Jennifer. I believe she's on as well. Fantastic. Well, everyone loves the wheel. Caitlin, I'm going to turn it over to you to wrap up, but thanks again, everyone, for taking time out of your day.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, everyone. Again, United We Rise, all of us here together. So grateful you made it today. Please help us spread the message. So important that we come together to serve our most vulnerable neighbors in need and to really invest in root causes and address these complex problems. So thank you. Live united. Hashtag you're all amazing. Have a great day. We'll see you. Reach out to us if you have any questions. We'll be around all day. There's drives all day. Lots of things going on. So yay.
Woo! We need some like outgoing party music now.
Do need some party music, some Eye of the Tiger. Where, right?
Caitlin says I should play Eye of the Tiger.
Love it.
Thank you, United Way. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Hi, Trisha. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Look at, we're matching. We're twinning.
Sure. How about that? All right. It's in style all year.
I know.